Dragon Ball Z is more or less what got me into anime to begin with and is the root of most of my passions. In honor of the late Akira Toriyama, let's get into 5 of the many iconic moments of Dragon Ball Z. Number 1. Goku becoming a Super Saiyan for the very first time. Nothing will ever beat this transformation for me. This will always be my favorite transformation, and it will always be the most memorable to me. 1. Becoming a Super Saiyan was said to be some sort of myth, and 2. We saw Goku in a completely different light here. This was probably the only transformation that gave me chills. I also kind of love the irony behind it, where Frieza did his best to stop the Saiyans and destroy the Saiyans, yet even after all that destruction and that hard work, he was still defeated by a Saiyan anyway. Number 2. Future Trunks versus Frieza. Now, even though it's been years since I watched Dragon Ball Z, I feel like myself and any other Dragon Ball Z fan will always remember this moment and will always remember this introduction. Keep in mind, it wasn't that long ago that we just saw Goku and Frieza battle it out on Planet Namek for like 5 hours or so. And Trunks shows up and got rid of Frieza under 5 minutes and blew him to bits. Honestly, from this moment on, Future Trunks became my favorite character. Plus, it was nice to see a Saiyan handle things differently from Goku or from Vegeta. Goku usually tries to save his enemies or have mercy. Vegeta usually toys around and then get defeated. Trunks stood on business here, and I like that about him a lot. Now, this one might not be super iconic to y'all, but it's definitely iconic to me. And in the number 3 spot, we have Vegeta versus Cell. When I watched this for the first time, I remember rooting for Vegeta because I wanted him to have his moment. He was stronger than Goku at this point in time. I wanted him to have his W. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way, but I'm sure we will always remember Vegeta's final flash against Cell.
Final flash! What's this?
Still kind of sad Vegeta didn't get to have this moment. I like Vegeta a lot more than Goku. I feel like he has a lot more development, but that's just me. In the number 4 spot, I chose Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. I personally like this moment because we all knew that Gohan had some kind of hidden potential or hidden powers within him whenever he got angry. We saw this in the earlier stages when Raditz first appeared and tried to kidnap Gohan. We saw this on Planet Namek. We saw this plenty of times, so I really like this moment because it showed all that. It was during this fight we saw just how much of a beast Gohan could truly be, and that was amazing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda thought Goku was a bad dad for a second there. I mean, even Piccolo was looking at Goku crazy. Because why would you give Cell a senzu bean? I really didn't understand that at the time, and I didn't like Goku's explanation, but it all worked out in the end. Even if Gohan did get a little cocky for some reason and basically pull a Vegeta. Now, for this 5th moment, I was kind of torn between a lot of moments. Like, I was torn between Vegeta's sacrifice, I was torn between Gohan versus Buu, I was torn between Vegeta and Goku's fight. Like, there are just so many iconic and memorable moments within Dragon Ball Z that it's kind of hard to choose. Of course, me choosing 5 iconic moments doesn't mean that those are the only 5 moments that are iconic within Dragon Ball Z, but I think I'm gonna go with Vegeta's sacrifice. Now, I think it's fair to say that the Buu saga was one of my favorite sagas. I mean, things were intense and so many things went down during this saga. When Vegeta decided to sacrifice himself to protect those he cared about, I think that was a big step and great character development for Vegeta overall, especially if we think about how he used to be. And considering the fact that this was the first time he held Trunks, I think that says a lot. I personally feel like there's a lot of emotion surrounding Vegeta's sacrifice, and that made this scene very impactful and very memorable. Now, little did Vegeta know, Buu was such a menace that even his sacrifice would not stop him. But I was just proud of Vegeta for realizing how big of a threat Buu was and not toying around like he typically tends to do. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Y'all be sure to let me know what y'all thought about this video down below in the comments, and also don't be afraid to list your 5 Dragon Ball Z iconic moments down below as well. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. SierraNovaa is out.